Hi, my name is Noah Knight, and I'm going to be completing my MAE 202 project, Order of Operations. Alright, so we have our problem written down here. 2/9 divided by, in parentheses, 5/6 minus 0.5 squared times 3/8. And so, to start, we're going to change this decimal to a fraction just to make it easier so we have all fractions here. So let's bring down our 2/9 divided by 5/6, and then this is an easy one to go from decimal to fraction. Most people know that 0.5 is 1/2. So we'll write 1/2, and then we'll bring down our exponent times 3/8. Perfect. So next, we're going to do PEMDAS, and the first step of PEMDAS is to do what's in your parentheses. And so we have parentheses right here, 5/6 minus 1/2. So if we're going to do that, to subtract fractions, they have to have a common denominator. So we can actually change this denominator of 2 to 6 by multiplying by 3. And that means we also have to multiply the numerator by 3. All right, and now let's bring down the rest of our problem. And then minus 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Bring down the rest. That means that 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6. So now we can actually do 5/6 minus 3/6. And then since our denominators are common, the same here, we just do 5 minus 3, which is 2/6. All right, and to make this fraction that we just got, 2/6, a little simpler, we can actually simplify it down. So let's write out the beginning of our problem, and then this can actually be simplified to 1/3. So we're just going to put that in our parentheses, bring down our exponent times 3/8. Perfect. And so now we're going to move on to the next step of PEMDAS, which is exponents, and we do have an exponent right here. So to start, let's bring down the rest of our problem. And then we have 1/3 squared here. So to do that, we're basically going to do 1/3 times 1/3. So let's just go off to the side to do that. 1/3 times 1/3. And when you're multiplying your fractions, you just multiply your numerators and your denominators. So 1 times 1 is 1. And then 3 times 3 is 9. So we have 1/9 here. So we are going to put that right here, and then bring down our times 3/8. So now moving on to the rest of PEMDAS, we have M and D, which is multiplication and division. And when you're doing multiplication and division, since we have both here, we're just going to move from left to right. So we're going to do 2/9 divided by 1/9 first. And since our denominators are the same, this actually changes our problem to be 2 divided by 1, since we have the same denominator, and those can just cancel out there. So 2 divided by 1, and we bring down our times 3/8. So 2 divided by 1 is just 2 times 3/8. And so now we work on 2 times 3/8. And to multiply our problems, let's just make it a little bit easier by changing our 2 to 2 over 1, which is the exact same thing, times 3 over 8. And so when you're doing multiplication again, you multiply your numerators together and your denominators together. So 2 times 3 equals 6, and then 1 times 8 equals 8. And so that we got 6/8 here. But this can actually be simplified. So to simplify this, we can divide our numerator and our denominator by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 6/8 is equivalent to 3/4, and 3/4 is the answer using order of operations for our initial problem right here.